What's up, guys? Giant Tony here doing a recap video for week number 1 of season number 6 here at TD Dynasty. Went up against a tough Tampa Bay Buccaneers team and do come away with this win, 3-0. It was not a pretty game whatsoever. I honestly should have lost. I had no business winning this game. I had no momentum on offense. Barkley did decent, but I couldn't really get the chains moving and kept trying to do too much in the passing game. I kept trying to force balls, made bad reads. Held onto the ball too long, got sacked a couple times. One of his players, I think defensive tackle, kind of took over the game for him. So it is what it is. Turned the ball over twice. It's not pretty at all. But my defense bailed me out as usual. Carrying over from last year, my unit just continues to play at a high level. As you can see, kept them at negative 14 passing yards. Kept them completely one-dimensional. That's huge. 4-4 continues just to be dominant, getting behind the line, making great run stops, great sack numbers, and even getting in the face and causing interceptions. So team's just killing it for me defensive wise. I gotta pick it up though on the offense. I can't keep playing and winning this way. It's just not going to always work, especially against the good teams. I gotta figure out ways to score when things aren't going my way with the rushing attempts. As you can see here, not great game from Prescott. 139 yards, 0 touchdowns. Did pick him off twice, 5 sacks. So not good. Not good. I got to figure out ways to get him going when Barkley's not on his A game. This shut down Winston completely. He was 2 of 9 for 16 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He was actually yanked in the fourth quarter for his backup. We actually did a decent 2 for 2 for 34 yards, but it was too little too late. He couldn't get anything going after that. So rushing though, he did kill me on rushing yards. 147 from Ronald Jones, and a lot of it was a lot of outside runs. For whatever reason, I just couldn't stop on the outside runs. I kept trying to bring my linebacker or safety over once he called hike and gave him the ball. I knew it was coming, but he, either his lineman just runs out to the middle of the field and picks up a nice block, or I kept getting caught up in a lot of other blocks, a lot of my players. I just couldn't get to the edge fast enough, and he kind of just runs right around me, gets like 10-15 yards of freaking carry, pissing me off. But luckily I was able to kind of stop him completely on any large touchdown runs or anything like that. And he couldn't capitalize, couldn't get any field goals and stuff like that. So no harm, no foul on that. Kamara didn't give any carries to. Maybe I start. I start after. Today. If Saquon Barkley's not on his A game, maybe I give Kamara more carries. But still a big factor in the pass game, as you can see, 3 for 51. He did make a huge catch for 31 yards to set me up for the game-winning field goal in the fourth quarter. So guy's still making plays for me, even though he's not getting involved in the run game. Either way, as long as you're doing your job and you're making clutch catches like that, it's huge. The rest of the stats are kind of underwhelming for my team, but defense, I'll show you here, man. Front four, Nelson Weston continues to play at a high level. One of the best defensive ends in this league. Past 2 years now, going on this year, with 3.5 sacks, 8 total tackles, 1 of them for loss. He was all over the ball completely, both in the run and the pass. So this guy's a monster. He's starting out this year great. And this guy too, man, Rashawn Gary, I just traded for him from the Packers. I had J.J. Watt. I had this other young guy that I drafted, but I wasn't too crazy about it. I'm a defensive first guy, love pass rush, so I decided to give up one of my top tier wide receivers for him. I'll tell you what, man, after seeing him this game, I think I made the right choice. This guy's a monster, and he couldn't end up being better than Nelson Weston, honestly. Don't let the stats fool you. He also got 3.5 sacks, only 5 tackles, but he was all over the ball, man. He was shedding blocks left and right, getting in the face of his quarterback. Even Ronald Jones, I've occasionally tried running outside, and he was kind of shedding block and causing him to run a different way. So this guy's going to be good. Both of these guys, I mean, my whole front four unit is going to have, I think, a monster career numbers year. But I'm gonna really keep an eye on Gary this year, man. He's gonna break records, I think. Yeah. So I mean, Dexter Lawrence also got a sack today. He didn't really get involved really in run stop because a lot of it the outside runs. So. And J.J. Watt also in the middle was kind of quiet. I moved it to defensive tackle because of the acquisition of Gary. So, this guy Vita Vea. This is the guy that crushed me. He's the sole reason why I couldn't score any freaking points. This guy's 7 total tackles, 1 of them for loss, and 3 sacks. Dude was all over me. Every time I try running the ball up the middle with Barkley, either left or right or something, this guy was shedding a block and right in my face. And every time I tried stepping up in the pocket with Dak Prescott, sometimes he's just there. That killed me. You know, but a lot of picks today because of the nice pass rush. He forced a lot of balls. One to DeAndre Baker. He underthrew Mike Evans. Picked it off. Nice play. The other two was in the end zone. Great job by Trey Polamalu jumping an route over the middle for a huge pick. And Josh Jackson, he threw another jump ball to Mike Evans in the end zone. He came up with it, so phenomenal job by him. Yeah, man, just continuing from last year, defense was one of the top tier defenses in the league last year, and I think we're going to strive for #1 this year. Really, really looking forward to see what this unit can bring again. Kicking. Rosas kicked that game-winning field goal in the fourth quarter, but he did miss one field goal in the first quarter. Not his fault. It was a tough field goal, like 54 yards. Wind was blowing in 8 miles an hour, and he hit it off the post. So it is what it is, but yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to start 1-0, even though it wasn't pretty. I do got to clean it up. I got a lot of tough teams coming ahead of me, Saints, Bengals, Ravens, so it's going to be a tough road ahead of me just to continue this success I'm having as continue from last year, but you know, we'll try our best and hopefully we'll clean up in the offensive aspect of the ball, and we'll see.